Oh hi, thanks for watching my video. So I know I've said it multiple times already, but I thought I'd just clarify without a shadow of a doubt that The Sims 2 is my favourite Sims game. If I could have a remastered version of The Sims 2 with better graphics, I'd play it every day. I'd be happier than a perv at a nudist beach. Of course, we all know that isn't going to happen, but it doesn't stop me from revisiting my old Sims 2 buddy every now and again. And after spending a bit of quality time with my old buddy, old pal, I thought I'd make a little video to highlight all the things in The Sims 2 that I really miss, and all the things that made it unique, and in my opinion, better than any other Sims game. Some of these things will be big game-changing features, and some will just be small details that I appreciate. So let's begin. Cuddling in bed after waking up in the morning. When my Sims are in love, they'll remind me every day how they feel about each other. I don't even have to ask. I don't have to do anything. They'll do this off their own accord. They will also cuddle on the sofa too. I feel like the movements in The Sims 2 are not as rigid as they seem in The Sims 4. It's just cute. Sliding down the stairs. Who says travelling between floors has to be boring? And it's not just kids that can do this. Adults can slide down the stairs as well. Cleaning. I never thought I'd be sentimental about mundane tasks like cleaning, but it's the details that get me. This is a life simulator after all, so you'd expect to have to pick up a sponge every now and again, from cleaning dirty windows to generally just picking up after themselves. Sitting together on the floor. You can ask a few Sims to hang out and they'll just sit on the grass and chat. Pretty cute, right? I might be wrong here, but I don't think Sims in The Sims 4 can even sit on the ground, can they? Let me know in the comments. Speaking of interactions, your Sims can also introduce other Sims to each other. Might seem like such a small thing, but it's another detail that's missed. And shopping. One of the problems I have with The Sims 4 is that everything just comes too easily. Food never runs out, clothing is available all the time. There isn't really any need to ever leave the house. In The Sims 2, however, you can run out of food, so you better head out to the supermarket to buy some groceries if you don't want to starve. If your Sim's tired of having the limited clothing in their wardrobe, well then they can call a taxi and go shopping. They can try on clothes in the dressing rooms like in real life. I know you can go clothes shopping in The Sims 4 too, but what's the point? You never need to, and even if your Sim tries something on, they just magically teleport the clothes onto them. There's nothing remotely realistic about shopping in The Sims 4. Preparing food. When Sims are rustling up some grub, the ingredients doesn't just magically appear in their hands. Oh no! Your Sims will get out ingredients individually and fully cook the meal. The amount of animations put into the simple task of making food really highlights the amount of love that was poured into The Sims 2. Cars. I'm not going to go off on one here, because for those of you that have seen a few of my other videos, you'll know that I'm quite passionate when it comes to cars. But I really think they were done so well in The Sims 2, for many reasons. First of all, you had the cars that picked your Sim up to go to work, and when they were at a lower level in their job, it would be a banger on the brink of breaking down that picks them up for work. As the Sim got more and more promotions, the car that picked them up would get progressively more fancy. Some even ended up being picked up by a helicopter. Then we had cars that were owned by Sims. They were fully functional, they could be woohooed in or just sat in, and there was also a car that you could buy that was in pieces, and the Sims who are passionate about car mechanics will want to restore the car, give it a fresh lick of paint and take it for a spin. School bus. I miss the school bus. And I miss kids opening their report card and either sighing in frustration from poor grades or cheering from good grades and showing their parents. Stealing gnomes from the neighbours. Okay, so this was quite a funny one that I almost forgot about. Do you remember when suddenly your garden gnome would go missing and your Sim would tell you that it was their neighbour who came and took it? When you're not looking, your Sim will run off somewhere and then they'll come back with the gnome and you'll get a pop-up telling you that your Sim went to the neighbour's house and stole it back. Sims 2 had some jokes, man. Sims 2 had some jokes. Then we had the toddler changing stations and the baby bathing in the sink. This is another one that I've gone off on about before, so I won't spend too much time on this, but come on! Changing stations, bathing sinks, changing stations and bathing sinks, changing stations, bathing sinks. Come on! Now this one is purely personal preference, but I just prefer the way the Sims in The Sims 2 speak. Sims speak faster in The Sims 2, and to me it just feels more realistic. Maybe it's because I naturally talk fast, so when my Sims talk that way, it falls nicely on my ears. I also miss the cinematic cutaways. I love to watch the parent-child tearful goodbye as they drop them off at university so that their kid can take on the challenge of college. I like watching Sims cinematically age up, get married, have woohoo, have babies, and all the other stuff we have cinematic cutaways for. Another one is painting. So in The Sims 2, your Sims could paint custom pictures, which you can select from your own documents. So you could paint anything you want, even a picture of yourself. Your Sims can make a shrine to you. Bit arrogant, sure, but it's possible. There's also more milestones for elder Sims, so elder married Sims can celebrate their golden anniversary together, and they can also retire from their job. Both of these milestones come with memories, so your Sims can always look back at them. And when your elder Sims' time comes to cross over to the other side, they'll be greeted by the Grim Reaper and 2 hula girls. They'll pick up their suitcase, a cocktail, and wander off into paradise. Oh, did I say memories? Yeah! They're a thing in this game too. Every milestone in your Sim's life is recorded in their memory, making every Sim unique. Your Sims will remember every single Sim they meet, every first kiss, every woohoo, every promotion, and so many more things. Impressing the headmaster to get into private school. This was actually one of my favourite things to do. From what I remember, it was actually quite difficult. You had to show the headmaster around the house, and if the house was dirty, he wouldn't be very impressed. And if it was clean and nice, he would cheer. You'd also have to schmooze and cook him a nice meal. It's definitely not a given that your kid will get into private school, but if they do, they'll wear a school uniform from now on. We also had talent badges. Remember talent badges? The little badges your Sims would get in their skills section once they've spent time on a particular craft. Your Sim could get a bronze, silver or gold badge in creative skills like robotics, toy making, flower arranging, and loads more. I can't even remember all of them. Vacation achievements. When I go on holiday, I like to get the most out of it, especially when I'm playing a game. I'm the type of player that doesn't like to leave any stone unturned, so the fact that you can see all of the unlockable vacation achievements is very exciting to me. It gives me a reason to take my Sims on vacation. And when you've put in enough time into achieving your Sims' goals, you'll hopefully get them to achieve their lifetime aspiration at some point before they die. If your Sim dies with a completed life aspiration, they'll get a special gravestone that's all fancy and just for them. Then we have storytelling. And if all the gameplay features I've already mentioned aren't enough to convince you that this is the best game, we also have storylines. Actual storylines. When you click on a neighbourhood, you'll be shown the story of the people who live there. Each town has different Sims, so the story for each world is different. Probably the most famous storyline is the disappearance of Bella Goth, which I have done a full video on by itself. I'll leave a link to it in the video description and in the white box above right now. But not only do you get the storyline pop-ups, you'll also be prompted to carry out certain interactions while playing with the family to progress the game. So part of the story, you uncover yourself. So there are just a few things I really miss from The Sims 2. If you've been around for long enough to play every game in the series, then I hope this video has brought you warm feelings of nostalgia. And if you haven't been around so long and The Sims 4 is your first game, let this pose a message to let you know that The Sims wasn't always shit. It used to be quite good. I'd love to know what you think about this. Did you play The Sims 2? If so, would you say it was the best game in the franchise, or do you think other Sims games were better? Leave a comment and let me know what were your favourite things about The Sims 2. Maybe there's something that I've missed. I don't necessarily dislike The Sims 3 or even The Sims 4, but I do think that the game should get better with time, and whilst there are loads of things that are better about the game since The Sims 2, I think a lot of the important things have been missed, especially the detail in things like the animation. Well, thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. You know I love it when you do that. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.